welcome back. Let's look at Chapter 5, percentages. And the good thing about this particular chapter, there's some steps boxes that will really help you out some. And if you look on page 76, middle of the page, you're going to see some your first steps box. What we're going to talk about is percents and decimals. Changing percents to decimals and vice versa, changing decimals to percents. But first, let's look at changing percents into decimals. You'll see the steps box right there in the middle of page 76. To change a percent to a decimal, you do some things. For example, if you have 65% and I ask you to move that into a decimal form, here's what you do. You take and you drop the sign. You take this and just drop it. And while you're doing that, now technically what we have is this, right? You move that 2 places to the left. When you're changing percent to decimal, you move it 2 places to the left. Once you got that, that's your answer. You just took a 65% and turned it into a decimal form, 0.65. When you're changing percent to decimal, you move it to the left. What if you had 2%? Again, just drop the sign. You have this, move it 2 places to the left. There isn't 2 places, so I'm going to have to add a 0. So my answer would be 0.02. If we had 315, same thing. 315, drop the sign, put the decimal, hope you can see this, move it 2 places, and that would be 3.15%. Oh, almost blew that, didn't I? 3.15. So you can turn 315% into 3.15. That's moving from percentage to a decimal place. You move the decimal place 2 places to the left. Now, what if we wanted to go the other way around? What if we started with a decimal and we want to take it to a percent? Now remember, when we went percentage to decimal, we moved the decimal places 2 places to the left. When we go from decimal to percent, we're going to move it to the right. So, let's say we have 65. 0.65, you move it 2 places to the right, and you get 65. Am I done? And I'm already off the board. Let's see if I can move this just a little bit. Am I done? Is 0.65 the same as 65? It is not. What we're doing is changing decimal to percent. Do not forget the percentage sign. 65 would not be correct. 65% would be correct. Let's look at example I. Let me see what page that is on. Example I is over on page 77. And again, you'll see a steps box for changing decimal to percentage. You'll see a steps box on that on page 77. But let's look at example I on page 77. They want us to turn 2.5 into a percentage. So what can we do? 2.5, we're going to move it, I forgot already, am I moving it left or right? If I'm changing decimal to percent, I'm moving it to the right, 2 places. Again, I don't have 2 places, so I'm going to put a filler. So that actually becomes, and I'm off the screen already, I'll just do this. So I would have 250. Do not, please do not forget the percent sign. That would be your correct answer. All right? That's moving from percentage to decimal, moving from decimal to percentage, left versus right. All right? The next topic is, well, the next topic is going to be talking about base rate and percentages. So let's go ahead and stop this video and we'll start a new one. Hope this helped you.